Well, first graders, we are finally at the end of our handwriting booklet. This thing is huge, and you've been working really hard on making your handwriting nice, neat, clean, and quick. Well, I love seeing the pictures that your parents are sending in every week. Your handwriting has really improved, even with the words, or well, letters that aren't in your name. And that's awesome. If you can write letters really well, your writing will become quicker, cleaner, and easier for teachers or other people to understand. That way, you and others won't be looking at it going, what does that say? Right? Because it's always tiring when we have to re-explain what it is we wrote. So I'm very proud of you. Let's finish up our handwriting booklet and look forward to it for our next pickup day, where I'll be sending home your new work that you'll be working on, blends and diagraphs. I have some math packets and holiday packets, so look forward to that. But let's finish up our handwriting. Okay, here we have it, our handwriting booklet. You don't have to hear me say it, but it's time to go all the way to the bottom of our packet. Today we only have a few pages to do, doing lower and uppercase K and lower and uppercase Z. We're going to be finishing with those two letters. They are very famous because they have those diagonal lines that you really have to be careful of when you're writing. And you need to make sure they go the right way so that people know what letter you're writing. Okay, well, let's get started. Always make sure you're practicing tracing the letter. The lowercase k starts from the top and goes to the bottom. Then, if you remember from your alphabet packet, it has that sideways V that's kind of facing the other letters. I do the top and the bottom. So you have a lowercase L, basically, and then you have the V, the sideways V. So some of you, I notice, maybe write it like the top to the bottom, and then you do 1, 1. You could do the lowercase L and then the sideways V all in one go. Or you could do it like line, line. There's different ways that people write this cleanly and clearly. I want you to make sure that your lowercase k reaches the top and bottom. It's a tall letter. And then if the lines go above, it'll become an uppercase K. So make sure that your sideways V is small and doesn't go above the midline. I think for me, it's easiest to do the sideways V all at the same time. But if you like to do a line and a line and that works for you, well, then it works for me too. Make sure you practice tracing it and then writing it on your own. And as always, leave space between the letters so that way we can see just how much you're improving by. If you have a lowercase k in your name, well, yippee for you, and we would love to see you circle it. Unfortunately, no K's for me, both lowercase or uppercase. Speaking of uppercase K, let's get to it. So uppercase K looks just like its little baby. It has the top and bottom line. It's that lowercase L. But the V is also reaching the top and the bottom, that sideways V. So you're doing the line down. And the diagonal lines both are above the midline and go below the midline. But of course, they never go higher than it or lower than it. Ugh, I don't even know what that is, huh? Let's just get rid of that. Just like I was saying for lowercase k, if it's easier for you to do line and then line, go ahead and do that. If it's easier for you to do your lines going upward, then do that. Or if it's easier to do the sideways V all in one go, then do that. There are specific ways that we want you to write it this way, but I want it to be clean and clear for you. That way, if I can look at it, I know it's a crispy K. Got it? All right, if you can fit it, try and write your name. My notebook's having a little bit of trouble, so let's see if I can do it. Ugh, this is looking a little funky, but I'm trying to keep my hands steady on the paper and my pencil steady on, or my fingers steady on the pencil. Ooh, I did it. My Z looks a little wonky, but don't worry about it because Z is another one of our letters of the day, and I'll get my practice there. So lowercase and uppercase Z look exactly the same. It's just one doesn't go above that midline and 1 reaches the top. So lowercase z, it has that mid top line first, backwards diagonal line, and then it reaches the bottom. But look here. See, you could almost make a rectangle. The ends of your lines have to meet each other. So rather than having your Z look like this or like this, make sure that the top and bottom line are the same length. See? Top line, back diagonal, bottom line. Top line, back diagonal, bottom line. And you can see that they end and start at the same spots. Perfect. Keep practicing your lowercase z, because if you have it facing this way, it looks like some sort of lightning strike S. And we want to make sure that when we're spelling names, we put the right letter. So for example, my last name is Remitz. Now, if you put your Z facing this way, it'll look like Remitz with an S. But we have to respect people's names. Mine has a Z. So make sure you practice writing with a Z and making it face the right way. How I remember it is Z is at the end of the alphabet. So it wants to look at all of its friends. That's why it's facing back towards the other letters. Uppercase Z will give you more time to practice. This time, your top line is up there in the sky. You have your backwards diagonal going from top to bottom, and then you have your bottom line. See how, ooh, that one's flying. This is the nice thing about having lines when you're writing. You can keep a steady hand. See, sometimes you'll have a messed up one, but my goal is to have you have so many more correct spellings than messed up ones. And lastly, have this be your fanciest spelling yet, my friends, because we are finishing up our handwriting booklet. Ta-da! And I have to circle my Z. I hope you've had a great time practicing your handwriting, and I hope you haven't had too many hand cramps. Well, first graders, that is it for your handwriting packet. We are going to be getting new packets at the next pickup date, which I hope will be after Thanksgiving, and I can have your parents come and grab the new things we'll be working on in December. So enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your phonics, and keep up with your Raz Kids. I'll see you later. Bye.